And this woman, I tell you what, she'd probably make the top 15 as well. An Olympian now and soon to be a Commonwealth Games competitor. It's a delight to welcome Natasha Jonas to the show. She's over 16, so I'm okay to talk to her. I had to speak to her a bit earlier, and I started by simply asking her what she's been up to since the Olympics.
It's just family time and getting back to being half normal and just chilling out with the family and friends and that. Holidays.
It is only half normal, though, isn't it, after the Olympics, to be honest with you?
Yeah, to be honest, I'll always be me.
Yeah.
Try my best to always just be the same person I was. But, yeah, a lot more people recognising and stuff and seeing our photos and taking and stuff.
Now, have you been up to the squad since?
We started back 2 weeks ago.
Okay. When might you box again? Are you next year or this year? Do you know?
Quite possibly that we may have a training camp with another country at the end of the year. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But nothing major until next year.
But there's been some major news in the last 48 hours. It's the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow 2014 has announced that they will have women's boxing in the same 3 weights they were at the Olympics. That's fantastic news. Yeah,
it's great for boxing. It's great for everyone who's involved in the Olympics, and it just goes to show how successful it was there.
Now, when you box in the World Championships, Tash, are there many African countries or how strong are the Canadians, the Australians, the Commonwealth countries? How strong are they at women's boxing?
The Canadians are quite a good team. They've got good people in Australia. There's a couple of African nations that go to the World Championships, but I haven't boxed any yet.
So it will be, if there's a really good Canadian or Australian, or perhaps there's a domestic rival in Wales or Scotland for you.
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, I went to the World and my first opponent was from Wales, so that was funny. So
they're out there. Tash, have you found since the games? I mean, you had that brilliant win against Juanita Underwood. Have you found since the games more and more women coming up to you, not necessarily asking for a picture, but saying, "Hey, you've inspired them, and now they're boxing"? Have you experienced that?
Yeah, I get a lot of that through like Twitter and Facebook, and
sure.
In our club alone, now every Friday, I run a ladies or girls session. Mm-hmm. So I try and keep myself involved, but there's definitely been an increase in girls in our club, and I've spoken to other coaches across the region that have said the same, so it's brilliant.
It certainly is brilliant. So you might be out by the end of the year in some sort of training camp, and as far as you're concerned, the Commonwealth Games inclusion can only possibly be good.
Yeah, I mean, every major televised thing that we can get into,
sure,
is going to bring the sport on and bring the athletes on, and give younger people something to aim for and look forward to.
Now, before I let you go, Tash, obviously you've got all these things on your horizon as an amateur. Have you had any offers from professionals?
I've spoken to some people, and it's just been a discussion more than offers. There's been nothing formal, but to be honest, I'm happy where I am, being amateur and doing what I'm doing. So long may I stay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Rio's a particularly nice city, obviously. So.
Oh yeah, hell's mine.
Listen, Tash, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Keep me informed if anything comes up. Natasha Jonas, thanks very much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's Olympian Natasha Jonas, who she beat Juanita Underwood, who was the number 2 seed, beat her brilliantly. And then the next fight up, she had to fight not just the number 1 seed at the Olympics, but the greatest female women's boxer of all time, a woman called Katie Taylor. You remember the one? She's dominated. She had something like 100,000 people on the streets of Dublin when she flew home, even though she'd asked not for a reception. And anyway, she nicked a round from her. She won a round, Natasha. She fought her heart out, and she should have been in the final, ending up with a silver. I really felt for her because she was good enough. She deserved a medal. She really deserved a medal. And she'll get something at the Commonwealth Games, and who knows what happens in Rio. Katie Taylor, well, she'll be pushing the age by Rio. We will find out. Listen to